I think it's kind of boring though. And also, let me close that. Yeah, let me just open the game. I need to get the volume good and all that because I forgot to do that. So, technical difficulties for a little bit. Maybe. Who knows? I'll probably have to go in settings and turn up the volume and all that. I better not be missing music right now. Okay. English? We'll do subtitles. We'll do subtitles. Yeah, English. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. I'll speak up more. I'm kind of tired. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Anyways, let me do this. We're gonna do English. Let me turn down this volume. I just need to make sure the UI is good because it might be a little bit loud. Yeah, that should be good. Now, Russian? No, I have not played this before. Tell the computer is barely visible. Oh, so I guess this like affects the. Well, it's right there technically, but we'll go right here because it might affect like lighting and all that. I want to make sure you guys can see good too. So let's do that. Please enter the current time. It's 10. There is just turned. Example. There. Accessibility settings being accessed main menu. Yep. Is that it? Okay. We should be good. I think we're starting. Yeah. Settings. We need to change the volume. I don't think you guys can hear any of this. There. Video. We'll do medium. We'll do that. That should be good. General. I don't have a controller, so it doesn't really matter. That should be good. Let's begin. You can only hear him good, and yeah. If you're in StreamVC, it'll be louder. Just YouTube, I can't. In OBS, I can't turn myself up louder. It's really annoying. I really wish I could, but I really can't. It's annoying. Like it's literally as high as it can be right now. Like that's lower. This is as high as I can make it. I might have to try and make it louder. I might try and do that. Like, is there advanced? Don't think there is. Does that help? Does that help any? Guys, is this making it louder? I'll put it like right here, cause this might be making it louder, but I'm not sure. We can barely hear me. Oh, chat's delayed, that's why. Kinda? Okay. I'll go ahead and make this a little bit higher. That's what I was thinking. Okay, that should be good. Yes, that is so much better, I feel like, but my voice might get tired more into the stream. What does this do? Oh, that's the balance. We want to keep that there. Mono to mono. Volume. Yeah, we'll just make this 200% volume then, because YouTube's kind of broken. Now I might be a little bit loud, but who cares? You can put out bronzer of this one. Yeah, it's like 200% volume, and OBS doesn't like me, okay? I'm telling you right now. But we should be good. Volume should be loud. The end is never the end. The end is never. What the heck? No.
This is the story of a
man named Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh, I did not mean to skip. wait, shoot, can I go back to that? Yeah, begin the game again. Okay. Wait, no. Oh. What do I do? I'll have to level that. Because I can't. Yeah, I can't see that cutscene again. Can I look up the Stanley Parable beginning cutscene? Because we need to watch that. Yes.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Shit. I need to mute the game real quick. Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Uh-huh.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
We love pushing
Orders
buttons.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly.
Yeah.
And Stanley was happy.
Happy Stanley.
And then one day, something
Oh.
very peculiar happened.
The Stanley
Something
Parable.
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him.
That's
to follow.
weird.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone.
What
What
could
could
it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if I don't go to the meeting room? I think I have to. I think this was meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So this game has a time pass. Okay.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Is this loud? This shouldn't be. Oh. This.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. We aren't doing that today. I'm
Stanley
not
didn't want to
listening.
go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yep.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay. Sound good.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
To the
It's
left?
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
What'd I do?
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What the?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart
Yeah,
the game from the
backwards.
beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far
Ah,
off track, hmm?
why?
Okay, from the top.
Great. Bro's not like me going off track.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Okay.
simply missed a memo.
Okay, meeting room.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, no, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Yeah.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
So it's a big maze. Where have I gone off to now? What's this say? Everyone knows what you did. You
I'll
guys
say
don't
it.
know, right?
This is the worst adventure I've ever been
Oh.
on. I can promise you there
Did I
definitely
just-
was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. I could have gone somewhere. Well, here we go
All
again.
of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Nothing there. Where'd the doors go?
Okay, yep, it's worse.
What?
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
What-
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh yeah. Jump out the window. wait a minute. Nah, I can't. I wish. Reach for the stars. I don't think there is reality.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
We did.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind.
Bruh.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way
Oh
and retrace
my
our steps.
gosh. Bro, narrator. What? What? Okay. What?
Now
Huh?
this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Nah.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
What?
Is that correct?
What?
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what?
Eh,
Since I've
where-
completely forgotten
where'd
what we
the
were
door
supposed
go?
to be doing,
Don't.
how about
No,
this?
no.
You win! Congratulations!
Bruh.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good
Fifth?
job.
World record speedrun?
Oh, no. No,
I don't feel right about this
at
at all.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people
Wow.
went fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
That's rude.
Okay? I'm getting weirded
Very
out by whatever
rude.
this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I
Don't.
have to
No,
restart.
don't you dare. Don't.
All right,
What?
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is
Nope.
that?
It's pretty hard.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Can we? No, I have to follow the line. Okay. No. I'm done. We're leaving up to the line now. Bro, just quit. Where is
You
it
see?
leading me?
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow
What?
this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
No.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
What?
Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
I'd be at Office
Sure where I
1.
was going
Nope.
with all that. You know what?
Wait,
I
actually.
think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten
Yeah.
the mood.
Yes, sir. No. This is terrible. No. Turn it off. It's so loud. No. It's so loud. It's so loud. I can't even hear anything. Neither can you guys probably.
Cut the music.
Thank you.
Go back and look at that fern.
What fern? What
Stanley,
fern?
this fern will be very important later in the
Why?
story. Make sure you study it closely.
Okay.
And remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 97, 432 leaves. Okay, remember that. What the heck? What? Yeah, look at that fern. Very important.
Wait, we're back at the office?
Wait.
No.
What?
No.
No.
Mind, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Brent says we gotta go over here. Where we? Okay, no way. Does it lead us? No way. If it leads us back to that one. What's this?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
Fired?
Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Bruh!
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah!
Exciting, daring,
Mysterious.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Where? What door? Oh. Okay.
Now,
This is literally
yes,
back rooms.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path. a new
Yeah.
story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
The story.
Go wild. Use your imagination.
Bruh.
Whatever it might be, Stanley.
I'm ready for it.
Oh, no, not
Oh
you again.
my god.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Bum 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 boom. Boom boom. Interesting line. Yeah, where's he going? Where's the line going?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
That's what I was doing already.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
We'll take it this way.
Which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds
The
with that
counter-inverted
counter-inverted
reverse door's origin.
So
What?
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes,
What?
then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
I want to go for the. I want to go for the left door. Oh, fine. What?
Oh, hold up. What's this?
Fifth
Fusion
restart.
ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
Stanley
Oh,
dies.
giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah.
And the timer stopped?
Hey.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Don't say that.
So, okay.
What do we do now?
I guess now we just wait. You know,
But
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
no,
I'm not
I
quite
don't
sure
like
if we're
this
in
story.
the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey
Sure.
and not the destination. So I
Oh, I
hope
can
that's
crouch.
how we are
Whoa.
right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Browns. No.
In the meantime, if you...
Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley
we're doing
decided
confusion
to go to
ending
the
again.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I'm not doing it. It says I attempt to play the game. I'm pretty sure. Chat away. Yeah. What are you trying to do?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Do I do it? Do I do it? I don't know. 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 I guess I'll do it. Nope. Ooh. 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 No. No. Let me out. No. No. Don't. No. I think I glitched chat. No, you did not. Oh. E. It works. It's the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Can't chat. Nice job.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
What the heck?
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would
Okay.
think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Why does it
For
the same room?
example, why couldn't he see his feet
Wait.
when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look
Yeah, they
pretty
do.
familiar.
They really
were simply
do.
Repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, This is all too strange. This can't be real.
With my feet.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah.
And
It's
he thought
not.
to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
we're
perhaps the
walking again.
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Go
One
backwards.
he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Can't.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing
Sorry, me
me,
thinking about
about
how it's describing my
thoughts,
thoughts.
he
He
thought.
thought.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Snatch
Let me
himself.
go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
It's all I want.
I want my apartment
And
and
my
my
wife. And my
my
job.
job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
I feel bad for this dude.
My life is normal.
I am normal. Everything will be fine. Let me start manual. No. No.
Okay.
No. I'm not. No. How dare you? And I'm in the same place. Look at that. Great.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Wow.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Aww.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that
Wait.
day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Is that
And then
it?
she turned and ran.
What? Why'd she run? What did I do to you? Office 427.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Oh,
it mean?
nope,
Stanley
nope,
decided
nope,
to go to the meeting
nope,
room.
nope,
Perhaps he had
nope,
simply missed a
no,
memo.
no, no, I'm not doing it. No, 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 no. I'm not going back there. Oh, fine, I have to. Oh, great. Wait, fern. Where's the fern? Where's the fern at? I need it. That door's open, not this door. Wait, 425. Wait. Wait a second.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine, I'll play. Okay, then.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yep, I know it's
Feeling
two.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Doors, elevator, oh my gosh, doors. Loading.
Descending deeper into
Bruh.
the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was
Peculiar.
a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
It had never occurred
This
to me.
question would not go unanswered for long.
What's happening? I swear to
Stanley
God.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Do I go to the mind control facility? Or do... That's creepy. I think I'm gonna go to this way.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Wait, this is the
What
same room.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Wait, this is...
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in
Hello,
this place
Payne.
where freedom meant nothing.
427. It's right there. That's our office.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to
No,
accept
this is
his
Stanley's
binding?
parable. This is Stanley's parable.
No.
I could play
He
Portal again,
refused to
though.
believe it.
It's pretty fun.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Had he truly
Spent
spent
his entire life utterly blind to the world? Well, I heard to enable all this stuff. What's that? How about no? Okay. How about no, 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 no. I'm joking. I'm gonna go.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't know. I just did. Yeah, that's 5. What's this? I pressed it like 5 times, I think, but I might have pressed it a little bit too much. What's that button up there? I see a button. Oh, I can't get up there. There's 1, 2. Press in order. Okay. So 1, 2. It's just 3. My goal for like next year, I'd say 10,000 subscribers maybe. I don't know if we can hit it though. That's basically my goal for next year. 10K subs. That's gonna be a really big milestone for me, bro. Like really big. But yeah, we're looking for 4 right now, right? Yeah, we hit 3. Up here's 5, correct? Type that for no reason. Nah. I think 4 is up there, but it's like shut. Like I can't get up there, look. Do I have to go from the other side? But don't let's connect. Yeah. I can't get up there, I don't think. I think we just go to the facility tower. Well, let's go shut this whole thing down.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls. After they kept you enslaved
Yeah, it
all
definitely
these years
could.
ago and you tried to take control of the machine for yourself, is that what you wanted? Control?
Oh no.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you
I
want to
hate
throw
the
my
new
story off
Kanye.
track,
I
you're
miss
gonna
the
have
old
to do much
Kanye. I
better
hate the
than
new
that.
Kanye.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For
Ah,
example,
no.
and I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
No, no,
It's your
no,
time
no,
to shine.
no, no,
You
no,
are the
no,
star.
no,
It's
no,
your
no,
story
no,
now.
no,
Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me,
I'm running.
where we're going, what all this means.
Wait, is that 4 up there?
I don't know where to start.
If that's 4, then we'll go back for 1. If that's 4, we'll go back for 1.
You'd like to
Yep,
know where
we
your
gotta go.
co-workers are.
Yep, we gotta go, we gotta
A
go, we
moment
gotta
of
go.
silence before you're obliterated.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set
What?
you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever.
We got a
pushing
minute, we got a
buttons
minute. We need
endlessly
to
and then
hurry.
dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Okay, this
swallowing
way.
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say
Four.
this, though. This version of events
it's
has
not
been
going.
rather amusing. Watching you try to make
Okay,
sense
5's
of
over. We
everything,
need to hurry.
take back the control wrested away from
Yes,
you.
I
It's
will be doing that.
rich.
I will. I
almost
will.
hate to see it go.
That'll probably be like
But I'm
January
sure
though.
whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
Now what? Now what?
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Okay, now we
You know
run.
what?
Now
To
we
hell with
run.
it. I'm going to put some
My
extra
God.
time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What do we do?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
No, no, we don't
Is
need
it
to talk
that you
about
have
that.
no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room
2?
was capable of turning it off?
It says
I mean,
2.
look
Do I
at
hit
you,
2?
running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Okay, 3.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made
Oh,
humble.
I don't know what to do.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Oh no.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at
Oh,
every
no.
second of your inevitable
Oh.
life from the moment we fade in
That's bad.
until the moment I say happily ever after.
What do I do? What about me? What about me? Oh, we're good. Okay.
All of his
Um,
co-workers were gone. What could
No,
it mean?
no,
Stanley
no.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Security
missed a
breach?
memo.
No, I haven't. I'm probably gonna start from the beginning though if I do. I don't know. I don't want to do what you can. No. Nope. Don't close. Okay. You better not close. You also better not close. I'm going
When
right.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Yep.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room.
Yeah, blah blah
But
blah.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Doors.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of
Yeah,
this,
that's what
but
I'm thinking
I really
too.
do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I'm picking a blue door no
Now
matter
listen
what.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I said I'm walking through the blue.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I
Nope.
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It's an orange
You
door.
see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Mhm.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see?
Vehicles.
Skill
Vehicles.
trees? Work with
Yeah.
me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No. No, I didn't. That's not fair.
Okay,
Wait.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, it was pretty nice, but it makes me want to go to the right door more, which you probably don't like, so I'm going to give it a 1.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Really? No way. What the? Oh! Yeah! 2 milliseconds? Three percent of players chose the blue door. Wow. Fine, I'll choose this door this time.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
That was
honest
messed
answers,
up.
please.
That was rude. Honestly? I don't say so.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of the new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
I'm not getting
You
it
wouldn't mind
once.
taking a
That
look at it,
actually
would
was
you?
pretty sick.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh my god, what are we playing now?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
autoclicker time?
And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Is this
It's
possible?
a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Despite
Because if
you?
it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
See ya.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
He's done?
It's over.
Oh, he quit.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Whose?
Let's see. What do we have here?
Better not be copyrighted.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What is it?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
What?
Yes, that must be it.
No.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. Gasoline. Is there fire? Wait, can I don't think I can start a fire in there. There you go, say hi about gasoline though. Oh, can't do nothing with it. Oh. Well, that's sad.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Bruh.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
No.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
No, I was trying to escape. No way, we're playing Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Rocket
Just a
League.
nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Why are you playing Rocket League?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
What the
Okay,
heck?
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh. I'm actually going faster now.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought.
Kind of boring.
And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
No.
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Why so many balls? Why is there so many? No.
Are you having fun? Oh,
Ah!
what are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it.
Okay, then. Yeah, I accidentally found the exit. Hello, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, I see you. I think I actually did find the exit. I'm so confused. Am I about to beat the game? Wait, is this 427? This is my office.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Oh, I always come back.
Soon. Very soon.
No, what do you mean?
I can wait.
Hello, Power Hedgehog. Did I literally just feed her in the game? The end is never the end. Oh my, no, nope. I hate Monday. Yeah, me too, me too, buddy. I'm not doing it. No. Oh my gosh, fine.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, where'd the door go?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay then. Oh. Yeah, okay then.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Use the turned on computer where... Wait. Where is it? Hey, what was that say? Go back to... Oh. Wait, a lot of them are turned on. Go back to it. Yeah. All day. They are. How did you know? Why? Okay then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Nope.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Very
Standing now in this
admirable.
incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again.
Oh.
Then it came back, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Oh, oh, oh. Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yeah, I'm about to get fired.
Someone you've forgotten about.
The boss?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to
I
tell him
forgot
what
you
to
can't
do,
jump.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I forgot.
Good job, Stanley.
You can't
Everyone thinks
jump.
you're very powerful.
I did forgot. Oh my god, I have to do all that over again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Next
What
time,
did it mean?
remind me not to jump.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I did forgot. I forgot. I forgot.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, thank you. I won't jump
Stanley
this
felt
time.
lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
I
on his
won't
left.
jump for her. Don't worry.
Stanley
Rose
was
forgetting,
so bad
yep.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
God,
foot.
I thought I was walking
I'm
off.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
Yep.
story has been
Yep.
about nothing but you all this
No
time.
way.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Ew.
Please, stop trying to make every decision
Okay.
by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
There.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Uh-huh.
She's been waiting.
Ew.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
No
Let me
way.
double-check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone, is taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these
Your mom.
decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
What
What
did
did
you?
Wait a second.
Did
Did
I
I
just
just
see?
No, that's not
It's not possible.
I can't
Like-
believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
What happened?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
No. No.
I
No.
can't believe I was so mistaken.
No, I'm
This is why
Stanley.
you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to
No.
think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you
No.
not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch.
No.
I'm going to stop the game for
No,
a moment
no,
so I
no,
can educate you
no.
properly on
Oh my-
safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh my god.
Choice. It's the best part
Yeah.
of being a real person.
Yeah, my name's Stanley.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Oh.
For example, in this scenario,
Uh-huh.
a hypothetical real person named Rupert had a choice.
Uh-huh.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember
Forgetting how to
that
read.
unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
78.
If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue
Bro
talking.
is not
Turn
Stanley.
to a partner and
Bro, his
practice
name's
saying,
Robert.
"My goodness, is it
Mark
4:30?
Robert?
I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is
No,
the best
what?
part to a healthy
What?
decision-making
What's
process.
happening?
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally,
2.
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll
Yes, sir,
ever
Ben.
make a significant contribution to the
Yep.
world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant,
Bruh.
and the feeling should subside. At this time,
Bruh.
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to
No.
test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh no.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this game has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Yeah, it
We just
would.
need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Totally wasn't deal. Yeah. Can I? Wait. Nowhere? I can't. Oh. Okay. Gotta walk all the way back. Yeah, totally wasn't me jumping off. It was Stanley.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, I don't know my left from my right, so I think this is left. I think this is the left.
No! Why did you do that?
Oh.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I guess I have to.
Oh, it's ruined. I
Oh.
can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do?
What do I do? What do I do?
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
No. Just back up. Oh, he can't see me.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Oh.
You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground.
Wow.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Oh,
You just
yeah.
had to see?
Yeah.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
No.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Whoa.
That thought
Calm
hadn't
down.
even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
My story.
If you'd just gone
Yeah,
through
that's
the
what
door
I'm
on the left,
saying.
you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I
left.
guess I got entered door on my left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find him. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The left door, right door. What the heck happened?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door?
Night Shark 115.
There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark? What? What do I do?
Stanley spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Do I have to enable my audio? No, I think it's just how it goes. Okay, yeah. Wait, jump. There's no jump.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Nope. Night Shark 115? Night.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Nope.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Stanley.
Please. I need you to make a choice. I
What?
need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Is that it?
This is important.
No way.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine.
I don't feel like that's it.
Be wrong here. We can work together. I'll
No
accept
way.
whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Choose? Please?
Do something.
Please, Stanley.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Stanley.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Is that it? Nope. I knew it. I knew it.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no.
This isn't
isn't
the
the
right
right
office,
office,
is it?
Is this Stanley's office?
Bro really hacked the game for a second. Yeah. But now we're back to normal.
Oh,
New content.
new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content? Shark Knight 115.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a
Yeah.
reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah, that's what we're playing.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I want to go that way. Oh, okay.
Okay, so far it's...
New content! Oh my god,
nothing
Roblox.
special yet,
Roblox
but
code.
I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we
be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to
Cross.
the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Crash. No. Thank you for playing.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes, Stanley. What?
All right, let's see. It's
No way.
the jump circle.
Oh. I can jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah. No. No. But no. I need more jump. The Browns. The Brown server. Is that it? Good.
Another elevator.
Yeah.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Very good.
Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
What?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended. And
Yeah.
I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Guys, are we gonna event? Are we gonna event? Fine, we'll do Among Us. We'll do Among Us. What? Among Us. Oh. Among Us ending?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What the hell? Is this what I think it is?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
No way.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow. So good. Uh-huh. What? It's all newspaper? Okay, it's fake. Creators surprisingly down to earth. No way. Whoa, 50% off designer app. Yeah, tough choices.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was
What?
Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
With 2 doors. Stanley.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
Oh, no.
the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not the Steam reviews.
Honestly, I
Oh,
could not
no.
be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, it's recommended. Not Steam reviews. Recommended. Not recommended.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
No.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always... What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't want to skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop... Oh, you're back, you Nancy, you were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Okay.
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh,
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, look back. Look back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
a week?
Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about...
Okay.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
How much have we skipped? Has it been years now?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the...
Okay. Kevin. We'll just skip again. Oh my. Gosh, what's happened? We'll just skip again, it's fine. Yeah, leave, I can see. What the heck's happening? This whole place. Scary jump scare. No jump scare. We'll just skip again. But can I not? Can I not skip anymore? Yeah, I don't think I can skip. Nope. What? Huh? What happened? Yeah, it's been years. Been end is never end, is never end, the end is never end. Hey, we're back on top first.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
New
Yes, I
content.
have something very exciting to show you.
I think nope, narrator's still alive, so we're good. This is new content. No, I don't. New content. Oh my gosh. In time. Yeah, in that
You see,
time, I think he
Stanley,
did.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Yeah.
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
What?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable
Parable 2. The second one. The
Yes,
end.
you
the
see,
end,
isn't this
the
far
end,
superior to a
the
measly
end.
re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
Nah.
Right there. It's future-oriented. It screams
Call of
progress
Duty
and
2.
innovation and long-term franchising potential.
To Stanley.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around
Thank
them.
you.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Holy.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too big, too
And of
small,
course,
just right.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the
Bruh.
name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Jim.
Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Okay.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now?
Okay.
Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button
No,
away.
no, no. No. Jim. Not Jim. Not the Jim button. Jim. Just Jim. Not the gym button. Okay, what next? What's
Maybe
this
I'll
next
only
feature?
let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created. An
Epilogue.
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Gym, yeah. Okay, epilogue. Okay, okay. Can't jump. Oh, I'm sad. 3+ new easy achievement. Now that's what I like. Settings world champion. I'm gonna be World Cup. Can't go in there, never mind. Collectibles. Where's merch? That's new. The jump
You know
circle.
what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
But I wanna jump. Fine. Get it here.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
It's not working. I'm mad. I want the achievement. So what actually works? You have to scam.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
What? No. Ah.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Infinite hole. Where's the infinite hole?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable.
1 out of 6. Collect them all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Where's the infinite hole? Infinite hole 5. Okay, I think this way. Yeah, infinite hole right here. It won't end. It has to end. Infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions,
When
if
is
I
it?
do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom
Okay.
of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. Back. Let me make sure, yeah.
Great. Now, I'm very excited. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too
I love
much.
holes.
Not normal. A
Don't
normal
clip
person
that.
would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Hit it again.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't
Yes.
help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Well, let me see if there's anything down at the hole. Kevin. New mug. What does that say? Meeting at 2 p.m.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed?
You're
We're
back in
the
the hole.
If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
It's short.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Do I have to? Fine, I guess I will.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth,
Holes.
I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and
Wait,
hit the
okay.
teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's on.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it
What?
than you
No,
could ever
no.
have asked for.
Make the whole
It's a
circle.
win
I need
for
a circle. I need a
everyone.
circle
You
to
get
jump.
be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Wait. Wait. I don't like that. No, no, no. No, no, no. So I'm just stuck here? Kevin. Meeting at 2. Whoa, that's so cool. Everybody. I can't jump. You forgot there's no jumping in this game. No. 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 Why is it growing deeper? Why is it growing deeper? Why is it growing deeper? No. I don't like this. I do not like this. What the heck? No way. Yeah. Yeah.
My head's stronger. You're no longer using up this space of mine. My head's stronger. You're no longer
It seems you had sort of dozed
Thanks.
off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second.
Can you let me
don't
out?
want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them.
Oh.
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
What? Don't do it. Not again. No, I'm not dozing off. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not dozing off again. What is happening? Hey, we're back.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Please, no screenshots. Red is the new orange. Button that says gym. You're a gym in the game. That's yours. Where'd it go? Let's go back to the hole. The infinite hole. Yeah. Let's go back to the hole. The infinite hole. Bruh. Don't jump in the jump circle. Let's go to a reassurance bucket. You haven't checked that out yet. Mostly infinite now.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
way.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. You didn't hear that. Nobody heard that. Yes, that's through someone to play Roblox, but nobody heard it. Let's all forget about it. Nobody heard it. Yeah. Nothing, Jose, nothing. I don't feel reassured.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face
Mwah.
of crushing
What?
despair,
No, you didn't,
must
Hunter.
already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, Can I say that I do
Nothing,
believe the
nothing,
bucket lends
Jennifer.
you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Is that true, chat? Is that true?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Am I more attractive? So I just hold the bucket now? I heard nothing. You guys heard
Does
nothing.
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video
It's
game?
annoying.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Well, where's the map at? Where's the map? What have we done everything? Yeah, epilogue. Already looked at that. I need to look at the map. Wherever it is. Collectibles. We'll go up there. Yeah, just blocked now. Okay, yeah, I did already do this. So do we go to exit? That way. Collectibles, epilogue, settings, merch, free chat, achievement, this map. Okay. Let's leave.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I need to sit.
Here
I
it
need to
is.
sit.
I give you the Stanley
Me sit.
Parable 2.
Me.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
It's not even
Hold on.
complete.
Let me do a different arrangement.
There we go.
Okay, yes. Yes, this is
Now I'm
much
saying.
better.
Let's
see
do
it
this.
could have-
Yeah.
Here we go. Version 2.
It's even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
That's
With
no.
respect.
No.
With care for the vision and integrity of the original
That's
game.
the exact same
Would
thing.
it possibly
No.
work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really
It would be the
tremendous
same
title
exact
screen.
game.
A title screen that says with bold and
No,
uncompromising conviction,
That's
this
called
is
laziness.
the Stanley Parable 2. Let
Don't.
me see if I can whip something up.
Oh no.
All right, perfect.
I'm scared.
Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh my god, it's gonna be the exact same thing. Stanley Parable 2. Okay. So we're playing the second one now.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
Yep.
telling him what buttons to push,
How long to push them, and what order.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar
Oh no.
something that would forever change Stanley.
It's the Stanley parable
Something
too.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Yeah.
No one had showed up to give him instructions. Call a meet.
Yep, I know how to do this, blah blah blah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
It's a bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster
what is
fire,
it?
if not for the soothing presence of the
I
bucket.
forget.
Even now, in his darkest of hours,
theory?
did the bucket's
No.
warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the
Yeah, I
boss's
did.
desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
That's what it is. I was close.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The
This
bucket is here for you,
bucket.
Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Come on, let's go. Come on, bucket. So we are here.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control
Okay.
Facility.
Bucket moment. Yes, sir.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Oh.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't
What
accept
the
it.
heck?
His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter.
No.
His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one
Except for
for
the
the
bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Was it all over? Nope.
Yes,
Oh.
they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy,
Yeah.
freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing
Oh
warmth
my
of the bucket,
God.
would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
The end is never the end. The end is never. No. Okay, this time I'm not bringing the bucket.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Speed run.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed
Bro's
for a
mad.
few moments
Oh
with some
my.
calming new age music.
Yeah.
Feeling soothed
Okay.
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Here we go. Loading, loading.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
Yep.
have the strength to find out?
I don't know. Cameras. It's like right
Now
here.
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore
Right
the number
there.
of an employee in the building,
Here's
Stanley's
our
co-workers.
room.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
Yep.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Fired.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that
Bye-bye. Turn off.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
It's
For
gonna
it was
stop.
not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. Hey. So that's it.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe
No, use
I
the
am
bucket.
crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
No
How did
way.
I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed,
Oh no.
now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
Where's the
He
bucket?
had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh, well, that's not good. The bucket was inside of him all along.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket
Yeah.
of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh,
Right
that's not
away,
good.
she knew what the problem was.
What's good?
This man
Oh,
had
wait,
no
one
bucket.
second.
Of course, he'd
Hello?
gone mad, ranting and raving
Hello.
about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game.
Dang, he
All
dropped that on the
invented
ground.
If only he'd taken his
Bro
bucket
has
with
no
him.
bucket. Yep.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd
Bro
forgotten to
has
take
no
it home in the
bucket.
first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought. And she hugged her own bucket.
Wait, what game is this?
But of course, she had no
s-
time for this.
With
There were
Stanley's
a
parable.
myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to
Oh,
confront
okay.
at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life
No.
kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
What? Just ignore what happened again. Oh, we're back? Okay.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Get well someday.
Someday.
A bucket.
The confusion and the chaos.
I'm just playing
all
Illusions
seemed
right
to
now.
melt away
Very
as
fun.
Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In in here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone,
Said the bucket.
pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him.
This game looks really good.
Concerned
I
as
like it.
well. To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate
It's a
metal
bucket.
object. I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Man, me and bucket.
To go back to work. Let's go back to work.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley?
Oh
Can
wait,
you hear
item.
me?
This is the
Listen
reference
to
to
me.
an item
It's
asylum.
just
They
a
have this
bucket.
reference.
It can't think.
Oh.
It can't talk. All it will ever truly
Yeah, this
do
is a lobby
for
in
you
Item
is
Asylum.
effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a
Wait,
different
I'm not saying that.
That's it.
No.
It doesn't do
So it's a
anything else.
Stanley Parable reference to Item Asylum. That's nice. I love you.
Okay, let's go back home. Yeah, bucket.
You see,
Zeely,
he's not
you should play Ultra
listening.
Kill.
He's still taking
Huh?
orders from the bucket.
You should stream Ultra Kill.
Okay, I'll look at it. Let me resume.
You know,
No,
once
let me-
upon a time it was
I'll
me
go
he
looking
took
for you.
orders from.
Listen.
Me he trusted and listened to.
It's
Now
W.
all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid
It's a
hunk of
good game.
metal.
Yeah.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this
It's on
sort
Steam,
of shiny
by the way.
bucket.
Okay.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine.
It's on sale as well for 25% off. This sale
I
ends in
suppose on
the
closer
4th of January.
inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
It's 18 bucks and 74 cents right now.
Trying to say,
Okay, I'll look.
sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me.
No.
Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
My bucket. Go back, okay. Yeah, it's my bucket.
Your bucket.
My bucket. Where'd my bucket
It's
go?
Zeely's bucket.
Where'd my bucket
All
go?
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Where's my bucket?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's my bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the
Bucket.
meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
Nope.
correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them
Truly
detoured through
W.
the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
We're gonna go down here.
Oh, good.
We'll see where it takes
I'm
you.
glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What the heck?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because
We
we
do care about you, Stanley.
very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel.
The baby
They
with the
want more of
bucket.
their
Yeah.
favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans
No.
want. Let's do it.
No. Fine. Where does the adventure line go?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as
No,
well.
no.
Silly music, though.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you
Yeah.
remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Does anybody? I don't know if chat knows
It's as
what.
classic now as it was back
Obstacles.
then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to
Ultra
have to
kill.
give something up.
What?
I be ultra killing.
What do I have to give up?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This
Keep
is
the bucket.
Destroyer.
No. No, I'm not doing it.
I think it'll make
No.
a wonderful new addition to the rich
Take the
lore of
bucket
the
away.
Stanley
You don't need it
True,
anymore.
It also
No,
was
I
not in
need
the
it.
original game, but it's such a
No.
well
No,
fleshed out
no
character.
more.
It's so
No
much
more bucket.
personality
I
that
need
to
bucket.
me, it already feels as though it's
No
been
more
part of the
bucket.
cast all along.
My
Don't you
bucket.
agree? Can you guess what the bucket
I
destroyer
don't do
does?
shoutouts, sorry.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley.
No.
Say goodbye to the bucket,
No.
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. Can I turn this off? No, I'm not doing it.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No.
I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is
yeah.
its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to
No.
hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the
Feed it
Bucket
something else. Try to feed it
Destroyer
something
until you
else.
Crush that damn bucket.
Uh.
Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry
Oh.
and...
Well, at least the bucket's not dead. Where'd the,
Yeah.
where'd the bucket?
The bucket.
Destroyer.
Yes.
Prized creation.
That's what you
had
get.
so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
Bro dead.
Goodbye,
Destroy
new
buckets.
friend.
Goodbye, Bucket
For the
Destroyer.
moment in time that you were here, you were.
Bucket Destroyer is gone.
Nobody cares about the Bucket Destroyer. Bro dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm just unalived.
No, you're just asleep.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
taking
still
a little
going.
nap. See? I'm just taking a nap. Now let me go get
Yeah,
my
yeah.
magnificent
How
bucket.
long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
Yeah.
The end is never
Days?
okay.
Centuries? Did something crucial
The end
happen
is never
while my
what?
senses were turned?
The end
He made a note to be more careful with time.
the end
from
is
now
never
on.
the end. The end is never the end.
Is it though? The end is never the end, and then the end is never the end, and never the ends. It's never gonna end.
The end is never the end.
Stanley picked up the bucket and
Yeah,
smiled.
bucket.
He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
No.
to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket
Roblox Bad Wars new
telling
kit
him
bundle,
that the
live
employee
customs,
lounge was
streamed 1
simply
year
the
ago,
place to be.
1.5k
And here it
views.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind.
The bucket
Nice
is
streams,
wrong.
Yoni.
Stanley took the door on his left
No.
to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Well, that's sad. Bucket alone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what?
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Why'd you fall? It was an accident,
Stanley
okay?
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
I won't.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true...
Don't try to go through the other doors.
I think we have to do something about it.
They're closed.
This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what
Don't
is
jump like
and
Mario.
isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Bucket?
Is this a
Now
bucket?
then, I'm going to run you through some
Bucket?
scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about
Okay.
what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
I don't think it is. No.
Correct.
That's what I thought.
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
That's what I thought. Yep. Pretty easy.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
It had
Correct.
physics.
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
See? I'm telling you. I know what a
Bucket?
bucket is. That's
Item
also not a
3.
bucket.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect.
Aw.
This is a bucket.
Well, it's wrong.
Bucket.
That's a bucket. That's a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Aw.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's
No,
an
it's a
enormous
bucket.
machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
That's also a
Is
bucket.
this a bucket?
This is also a bucket.
Yeah, it's a bucket.
See, I told you.
This is a bucket.
I told you.
Yeah, it's a bucket.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? How is it?
How do you pick both? Look behind you. That'll be another button
I'll
option.
Find the next one.
So-
Let's see. Should be around here somewhere.
Don't you dare take my bucket.
Okay.
Aw.
You and I both know there isn't anything
I
here.
thought that was a bucket.
And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket. We both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
Yeah.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
A bucket,
I'm
nothing.
too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
Oh no.
Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Prince X. No. Say no to that. No. Oh.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was
Everything was a bucket.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
But everything else
Yes,
is.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
That's
So,
sad.
tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets,
Yeah.
okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Here we go, bucket. And
Alright, we'll be good.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Maybe don't
Bucket.
pick up the
Where are we
bucket.
going today? The
I'm
bucket
taking
asked.
the bucket.
Stanley just smiled.
We could
Anywhere
try.
we went together would be perfect.
I'm
Stanley
taking
clutched
the bucket.
tightly to his chin. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the
Bucket.
bucket calling to him,
Bucket
telling
calling
him
me.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took
I don't
the door
know.
on his left
Nope.
to go back to the meeting room.
Wait, what if I destroy the bucket?
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
What if I destroy the bucket?
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see,
I don't
your
like this
friends and I
place.
are concerned for you, Stanley.
Give it a
We've
go.
come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
I am the
Because
bucket.
that's
It's
what
great,
fans
Mark.
want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes.
Can I
not
throw it
this
in fire?
bucket
Oh.
that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want
Baby.
another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new.
Okay.
Yes, that's what the Whee!
Look at that wacky line.
Not
Who
the
knows
music.
where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played
No,
some
no,
silly
no,
music
no,
as
no.
well.
Bucket.
Now this
No.
is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those
Clock.
great jokes from the original dialogue?
Hey, that's the
Also,
time right now.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was
What?
back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
The bucket.
Don't you
Goodbye,
get it,
bucket.
Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Okay.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
Okay, I'll do it.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
I'll do it if I must.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True,
do
it
it.
also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast
have
all
to.
along. Don't you agree?
I have to do it.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
It destroys buckets.
Go ahead now, Stanley.
I have
Say
to.
goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Goodbye.
It looks like you, it literally looks like you when you said it.
Listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will
How
do
do I
if it
give
can't
it?
destroy your bucket. Destroying
We pull the
buckets
lever, there's a
is
lever
all
right
it
there.
knows.
Where?
That is its singular personality trait.
Is that a lever?
Sure, I can hear you
Nothing.
saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of
It won't
beloved
go
Stanley
in.
Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the
Press
Bucket
Q
Destroyer,
or something.
you'd see that its desire to
Go
crush
in.
buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and
He
nuance
doesn't wanna
that
leave
it's
me.
really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game
He won't
can
go
even
in.
say that?
I'm pressing every
Blue
single
Cross
key button.
certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer
I
merchandise
don't
the
trust you guys
fans
on
will be
that.
clamoring
1
for.
second. I'm looking up all.
Why are you looking it up?
No, I'm not.
Oh. How to drop the bucket instantly?
Yeah, yeah, I'm not hitting that. Yeah, wait, let me see what it says.
After this.
It won't go
Okay,
in.
The Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley
I can't.
Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The
I
fans
can't
are
do
waiting.
it.
Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what
can't.
they want. Hurry and
I can't do it. I can't. I can't do it. I can't.
You can't destroy the bucket.
I can't do it.
Bucket Destroyer.
My prized creation.
You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Goodbye,
For the moment
Bucket
in
Destroyer.
time that you were here, you were
magnificent.
Bucket.
He was truly magnificent.
Wait, Siri, try to do it without the bucket and see what happens.
Okay, okay. Yeah. I will actually do that. That's very smart.
All
This
this
time.
homework has
Trust.
gone on. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room.
Peace,
Perhaps he had
bucket.
simply
Not
missed the
taking
memo.
you. I'm not taking the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. Now what happens?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's,
left. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
No,
Oh.
not the right. Why would I have ever said
it
it was
this way?
to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I think we broke the game.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
What
go to
could
the
it
meeting
mean?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What about should I go run into the wall?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I don't wanna. I already did this. Why do I do it again? Fine. I don't know. Let me look. I'll look if I have a... I mean, wouldn't it like show the credits first? Oh.
Jump scare.
Oh, it's in description.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The sequel's now
Stanley
paused.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Why is the sequel paused?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where'd the bucket go? Where'd the bucket go?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I don't... okay.
None of the doors don't have a number on them.
Aha! I
Open
knew
it.
we'd missed something.
Oh.
The story.
Oh.
Here it comes. No, wait, never mind.
No.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
And what? That's weird.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite
I
recall,
think it just
but I believe
repeats
my
now, to
story
be
took place
honest.
in an office building. Is that correct?
Because that's what it's seeming like. Let me see, did I get the, like, achievement? For, like, beating it? I think I did, to be honest.
Did you 100% the game? You need a 101% the game.
It says don't play Stanley Parable for 10 years. What?
What?
What the heck? Yeah, it looks like, yeah, I did. It says beat the game. So technically I
game.
beat it, yeah. Okay. Well, I just quit. Stanley Parable 2. Well, that was pretty good. Didn't even know I beat it. I guess I accidentally just got back into the main game. Yeah, I'll show you guys. I have the beat the game badge. Yeah, right there. I got it like 40 minutes ago.
Dang.
Now the question is, we can either do this game now, or we do something else. Because I also want to stream this game, but I don't know if we do it now. It's the real question.
So mouse.
So do we do it now, or later, like a different stream?
You have Pizza Tower?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that eventually. Life is
Draw,
Roblox.
yeah, draw.
Later?
I've
Okay.
played that so much.
We'll quit to desktop then. And since I want this just to be like a Stanley Parable stream, we'll go ahead and I'm gonna
Right to
end
desire.
this. I'm gonna end this and I'm gonna set up a Roblox stream real quick, and then I'll send that to you guys.
Let's go. What game will it be on Roblox? TDX or?
I'm gonna do this.
Life is Roblox. It was.
Wait. Let me see.
Pizza Tower.
Never mind. Okay. I wanna.
The murder of Sonic the
Let
Hedgehog.
me look at something real quick. Let me look in chat real quick. Where'd the chat go? I lost the chat. TDS or TDX? I don't play TDS.
Expert mode.
You have to go to the VC. But I might have muted you, but that's only because of the game we're doing. I want to see it because somebody I wanted to watch it, I think, went live early. So I might just maybe, what I could do is I could end stream now. We go raid them. And you guys can play with them. And then I stream again later today. We could do that. And that'll be Roblox. I think we'll probably do that. So I'll go ahead and set up the stream. I'll make it for this. We'll do you guys want it to be like a like a ton of Roblox game stream, or like just like a TDX stream? Let me look what you guys are saying real quick. Like just a Roblox stream or a TDX stream?
TDX IMO.
You have to go to stream VC. I'll make a poll. What stream? TDX, Roblox. All
Pizza
Roblox.
Tower.
Yeah, then, or we could do all Roblox games that you guys pick. So we could also do TDX in that. I'll just let this roll for like a minute or two. Then yeah. Okay, looks like we're probably gonna be doing that. I will do a TDX stream most likely next weekend though, because the game's gonna update. Okay. Before you guys leave, I'm going to set up the stream. I'll send it to you guys. And then also we're gonna raid somebody. And you guys can play Roblox with him. Say they do a really good stream. Okay, set this up, change, do this, and then we'll make the stream for 2:45. So I'll go ahead and send you guys the stream, and real quick, let me customize. No, I made the stream. I'll send you guys the streamer real quick who we're gonna raid, and then I'll also send the stream, but first I'm gonna send you guys the streamer. So he should be live, yeah, cause you know everybody. Okay, so we do this, and then after I'll send you guys the stream. So go raid him, This should be the guy, yeah.
No, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
The headphones did change. Unfortunately, these headphones right here. Oh my God. These headphones unfortunately broke.
Okay, go.
You know.
Okay, go. Everybody, go raid him.
Very sad. Yo, Zerly, how, I don't know how to pronounce, I'm not good at pronunciation. Thank you for the raid, I appreciate that, bro. If you ended your stream, thank you. I hope you had a good stream.
Okay.
Thank you for the raid, I do appreciate that. Thank you a lot.
Now I'll send you guys the stream.
On Christmas. People say Christmas mirror.
Okay, I'm gonna stay off him until then. So this is the stream right here. This one. It'll be live 65 minutes. So, and then just go watch this stream. Yeah, go set notifications right there on that stream above. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be in the stream. I don't want this to repeat. So peace.